G'day folks, welcome to Big V TV. Great to have you with us back for season 2014 and back for the Molten VYC men and women. If anything is to come up like last year with these competitions, we are in for a treat in 2014.
I hope so.
I think you're too smiling about.
I just think it's going to be
exciting that we're back.
It is. It's going to be a huge year, mate. It is. I don't think there's any doubt.
Starts this weekend.
Yes, it does.
Down Big V pre-season tournament. It's also round one, or part of round one, for VYC men and women. Now this year, it is being played exclusively out at Patterson River Stadium. Is that correct?
Yep.
Which, for the uninitiated, is the home of the Chelsea Gulls.
And it is
a good court too. It's a great venue. Yeah, really good venue.
There's a glass viewing area at the end. There's a really good sized grandstand.
Yeah,
it's a really good clean court.
Yeah, nice and new. I think it's only a couple of years old, that whole place. So yeah, really nice.
So that's where all the games will be played this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, men and women. Oh, worth it.
And look, it's probably worth saying that why we actually do start the VYC competition that round earlier than everyone else, and it's because basically we want to make sure that come grand final time, none of the athletes in either of the men or women's grand final teams have to go off and play their college. So by starting now, we get to get a full season in, and then the best of the best players are available for the grand final. And I think that's really important for the kids to be able to stay and play with their teammates.
Now you'll notice we've got some hats in front of us.
Yeah, what's it go?
Well, we've got the Indiana Pacers, we've got the San Antonio Spurs, Dallas Mavericks, and LA Clippers. Not that that means anything.
Don't mind a hat.
Not that that means anything. But I've been officially put on notice this year.
About bloody time.
Well, I've been told that I've got to get rid of the mullet by the boss, and I've set up yours. It's not going to happen. So he said, well, you got to keep it under control.
Yep.
So the only way to keep it under control is obviously, you know, don the hat, tuck the mullet in, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought
it was a good compromise.
Well, it was a good compromise. We had a thumb wrestle over it, and that's what we came up with. Anyway, what we've decided to do. Have you ever done the thumb wrestle?
1, 2, 3. I declare a thumb.
That's it, bang. No, you'd be hopeless at it anyway.
Yeah. Weak.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put it out to the clubs. Across the whole Big V. If you want to promote your club or you've got a sponsor, I mean, we only do 120, 30 shows a year or something like that.
Number one, yeah.
So you send us in a hat.
Yep.
I'll wear it.
Great.
Tuck the mullet in, so at least I look half decent.
So please send in the hats. Please do.
Sponsors, it might just be your club logo.
Yep.
Whatever it is, if you want some publicity for your club or a sponsor, send it in. Provided it doesn't conflict with a league sponsor.
Right. No. Or drop it in at the State Basketball Centre.
Yep. We'll wear it. So, what favourite club? What are you going for?
I like
Pacers.
They're not my club. They're my second favourite team. I'm a Nuggets fan.
I'm wondering where your Lakers hat is.
Come on, mate.
Mate, you get lies.
We want good team lies.
Championships of Denver one.
Alright, so we'll put the Indiana cap on. Is that what we're doing for this show?
Yeah, that's
okay, alright. The Pacers, here we go. VYC women. Let's start off with VYC women, and let's have a look at the two conferences to start off with. Watson Conference: Dandenong, Ringwood, Ballarat, Eltham, Kilsyth, Bendigo, Melbourne, Waverley.
Yep.
Give us your thoughts.
Well, it's exactly the same as last year. They haven't changed. There's been no movement conference to conference or in and out of the entire division. Look, from where I sit, I would imagine Dandenong come in with a big old chip on their shoulder after, well, effectively choking last season. They won every single game.
Don't hold back, mate. Tell us.
Well, they won every single game except the grand final, you know, so we'll call it what it is.
Do I look like a truck driver at the moment, just quietly?
You look like something.
I feel like a truck driver. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, okay, you're right. Go on.
So, look, for mine, I think Dandenong are going to take this one by storm. I know there's a bit of movement around some players, but we know their juniors are strong, and that link to the WNBL is always a bit of a lure for other players as well.
Let's not beat around the bush. Word has it they've lost a few players.
Yep.
Dandenong. That's certainly the word on the street. But as you said, they're a breeding ground. They bring through a lot of good players, and it's an opportunity for others to step up. Ash Stainer out of the Ringwood team.
Yep,
she's headed across to Nunawading. That's definitely a bit of a hole there. Eltham, I think if they can keep the core together that they've been bringing up, I think they're going to be okay. Charlotte, Brancatizano
Yep,
heads across to Eltham. Is she playing state or youth?
Youth.
You would have thought.
Sorry,
youth.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
I mean, she's a state player.
Yeah, yes, in juniors, yes. It's going to be an interesting competition, the Watson Conference.
Yeah, and I've heard Melbourne have been in pretty good form in the off-season, which, you know, they were okay last year, but, you know,
Yep.
I think they're actually going to be one of the teams that sort of push significantly up the ladder.
I think Waverley, I think we're still going to be waiting. I think obviously
Still young.
they're still very young.
Yeah.
I think they've still got another couple of years before they make a real impact on finals.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Terrell Conference in the Molten VYC Women, Sandringham, Knox, Nunawading, Bulleen, Frankston, Geelong, Diamond Valley, Hume City.
Yeah, it's tricky. Sandringham, I know, had a couple of girls that were, it was their last season, notably Alana Gadsby.
Yeah, and Jessie Kera, who's gone to Camberwell.
She has.
Yeah.
So look, I think they were two real keys, especially in that last quarter against Dandenong where they took the championship.
What a game.
And it really was. I think those two are going to hurt. Missing are going to hurt, and I think. Look, there's always room for someone else to step up, as we say, but what you will see is, you know, maybe a little bit of a drop from Sandringham this season.
Have Knox managed to keep their 30 players together from last season? They still got 30 on the books? Or?
Yeah, Knox have actually promoted some very good juniors into this team, and for me, I think they're going to be one of the teams to beat.
Okay.
Right, okay. I know they've lost Sophie Tarabolsi. She's gone back to Dandenong, and so it's just Gabriella of the two Tarabolsi
split them.
sisters there. They've
Bang.
split.
Had enough of each other.
Just one season and that was
Family
it.
feud.
It was too much.
Yeah.
So is there any chance Dandenong and Knox, when they match up this season, on for young and old, family affair?
Well, they'll be playing on each other.
No love lost?
So no, yep.
Like it. All right, let's have a look at round one coming up at Patterson River Stadium this weekend, or part of round one, the first part of round one in VYC Women. Saturday games, 12:30 p.m, Bendigo, Frankston.
It's just hard to tell. Who knows? Like
It's very, very hard. You wait till we keep going through these games, especially in the men's competition. I reckon Bendigo might get this.
Yeah.
one.
yeah, I'm going to say that too.
Bendigo just. It's a bit tight.
2:15 p.m. on Saturday, Diamond Valley, Ballarat.
I'm going to go Ballarat.
Gun the Rat.
Yep.
Diamond Valley for me.
I think the Rat might get up in this game. 4 p.m, Hume City and Eltham.
I think Eltham will put it
Eltham
away.
for me.
Yeah.
5:45 p.m, Ringwood, Sandringham, the reigning champs.
I think Sandringham will get up.
I think Ringwood.
I'm going to go Sabres to win that game.
I think. Well, also when we're considering all the tips here, let's remember that all these teams, senior teams, aren't playing. So they're going to have a full list to pick from, and even those players they're going to swing between all season, they're all available.
A few of the swingers coming in.
A few swingers, yep.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Sunday games, 9 a.m, Waverley, Nunawading. Nunawading for me as well, 10:45 a.m, Kilsyth, Geelong.
The Cobras for my liking.
Geelong.
I'm going Geelong as well.
Yeah.
I just, Geelong have got the makings. If they can keep that core together, they were pretty young last season. They've got the makings of being a very good team this season, and I think Kilsyth have gone younger again.
Okay.
So I think Geelong may get that first up. 4 p.m, Melbourne, Knox.
Oh, this is a belter. This is the game.
Well, he's already stated that Knox is going to win everything this
But he
season.
also rated Melbourne a bit earlier before
It's
that.
going to be a cracker, but I think Knox will get up.
Okay. Just in a word, mate. Just one word.
Knox.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go with. Who'd you go with? Knox. Knox. I'll go. I'll go with Melbourne just to be different. I'll go with Tigers just to be different. 5:45. I've missed you too. 5:45 p.m. On Sunday. Dandenong, runners up last season, take on Bulleen.
They'll put away the Boomers, I think.
I think Rangers might have a bit to prove.
Tipping an upset.
Ooh.
Boomers.
Ooh, okay. An upset in round one.
Yep.
All right. Molten VYC men. Let's have a look at the conferences to start off with. Actually, I've just been informed by our crew. Paddy Mills, Spurs.
Of course.
Where were you guys on that?
Sorry. It's been playing well
Did you get
too.
buzzed for the
Where were you guys on that? Jeez, big mistake.
Aussie connection.
Who do you think is going to send in, or what do you think the first sponsors hat's going to be sent in? Just, do you reckon people will be kind to us?
Might be my player sponsor.
Might be a Wiggles hat. or anything
Probably
like
will
that.
be your player
who's your
sponsor.
player sponsor this season?
Applebee's Real Estate Baseball.
Oh, okay. maybe an Applebee's cap coming in next week. Watson Conference, Waverley, Diamond Valley, Kilsyth, Hawthorn, Geelong, Bulleen, Sandringham, Frankston.
Okay.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. And there is a fair bit of movement, I think, around this. Diamond Valley, I know. Waverley, first of all, I don't think they can have Dean Adele. I think he's playing high school ball over in the States.
Yep.
So I don't think he's going to be around, which is obviously 30 points you've got to find somewhere else.
Someone else will come through.
Oh, no,
Waverley has a habit of bringing them through.
That's right. Diamond Valley, I know they've pushed a few guys into the state championship side.
Trev's gone?
Yep. Yeah, Trev is gone. That's probably the biggest out.
That's not silly. That's five-time coach of the year.
Don't brush over that.
Yeah.
Like that is a monumental change at Diamond Valley.
I would hate to be coaching them this season.
There's a fair bit of pressure. There's a fair
it's like
bit
the
of
guy
pressure.
that took over Man United.
There's a and he's going. He's going really good.
What Mitch Lee's gone up.
Yep.
Mitch White's gone up, and so has Jackson.
They'll
be competitive.
Jackson.
So
They'll be fine.
Massive changes. Massive changes.
But we know Diamond Valley, it's a factory.
Production line, Kilsyth.
They'll be strong.
Well, they've had a couple of players move up into their senior team as well.
Kyle Abdom, Jackson Brazier, and O'Brien, and maybe Ian Smith, I'm not sure. So that's pretty much their same.
That's a lot of changes at Kilsyth as well.
They'll be fine.
Hawthorn. What's happening out at Hawthorn?
I'm not sure if Benny Waldron's that's what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
When we're talking about Hawthorn.
New coach?
It's the assistant. D-Mac's gone. And
Charlie Fife.
His assistant from last season, taking the reins full time. But for Hawthorn, if Ben Waldron plays, they're going to be tough.
Yep.
But if he doesn't, it could be a big old hole there. I'm not, and I'm I know their 18s a season or two ago really strong, so they might be starting to come through now. We'll see.
There seems to be a lot of turnover with a lot of the teams.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one team to keep an eye on in what's in conference is Geelong.
Yeah.
Geelong, good group together last season. If they've kept them together, I think they'll be very, very good. And a couple of whispers coming out of Bulleen suggest that they've got some good players on board as well. So
yeah, we'll see on that one.
Yeah, keep an eye on them. Terrell Conference, Dandenong, Knox, Melbourne, Sherbrooke. Remember Sherbrooke made the finals last season?
Oh, sorry, quick one. Sandringham, Ben Eyre and Sam Eyre aren't there anymore. I knew you were.
Where's Benny and Sam Eyre gone?
They've just moved
Back
on.
to McKinnon. Back on.
Really?
Yeah.
So you get rid of them a couple of years ago?
Yeah. We thought, they're actually pretty handy.
Oh, you made a mistake. You made a mistake. Is that what you're saying?
Breton Crow.
Terrell Conference, Dandenong, Knox, Melbourne, Sherbrooke, Ringwood, Nunawading, Ballarat, Eltham. Right, there's some good teams.
You were talking about Sherbrooke, I think?
Yeah, Sherbrooke made the finals last season. Let's not forget that. I think a lot of people just think, Sherbrooke make up the numbers. They're not making up the numbers.
Familiar name from around the traps, Rob Roberts.
Oh, Robbie Roberts.
Yep.
Two first names.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. He's in. Knox is an interesting one for me because they've had a lot of changes in their senior team, and I would think a few of their youth players have gone up.
You will. You'll see. I think you'll see Dylan Hare play full time in the seniors. Leaf Cope as well. Their big guy will play a lot. Will be required to play a lot of minutes in the seniors.
I think they're planning on bringing some young kids through as well. But
yeah,
like a lot of these big associations, they just have an endless supply of good kids coming through. So I think they'll be fine.
It will be a bit of a changing of the guard at Knox, and they were strong last season.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that this new crop will be just as strong. They'll be.
Ringwood were champions a few years ago now. With Matty Snowball in there weaving his magic.
And Trent Zoner.
And Sean Clark.
Not a bad youth team.
It was right to see how they go. Anyone else stand out at the moment?
Look, I actually think there's a bit of a smoky. Nunawading. I think they've got some kids that first season in seniors, and I think a kid like someone like Dylan Hoggerty is poised for an all-star type
DHD.
season. Yep.
Syndrome.
Syndrome.
They've got a really settled roster at Nunawading this year as well.
Yeah, and I just think they might they'll make finals, I'd imagine.
Eltham. Jeffers back in charge.
Yeah. Did he re-sign himself?
He sure
eventually?
did.
He did.
So he came in and took over and re-signed himself.
Yep, signed me.
Wouldn't you?
Is that where he just wrote me?
Yeah.
Oh, good on him. Well done.
Yeah.
Is he paying himself for the job or?
I hope so. He deserves
He deserves it.
He said they will be competitive this year. He's they had a tough year last season.
He did make some real improvements in that team in the second half.
No question.
So
I think they'll continue to improve.
Round 1, here we go. All games out at Patterson River Stadium again. So Saturday, 9 a.m, kicking it all off. Ringwood up against Franger.
That's hard to tell.
Ringwood for me.
Why is it hard?
both teams that I think that if they're going to make finals are going to be sort of around about sort of 4th,
Fair
5th.
call.
So I'll just go Frankston.
I'm going to go Ringwood to win that first up. Kilsyth take on Melbourne at 10:45 a.m.
We didn't really talk about Melbourne, did we? And their senior team has needed a lot of propping up the last 2 years in terms of the young guys playing up. There won't be any Dejan Vasiljevic for them this season to score 100 million points on the year.
Where's he?
He's at the AIS.
Okay.
And so we don't. They really are an unknown quantity. We know they're good. We know their juniors are good. So there's a fair chance that
It's a bit of an unknown in this game.
And this Kilsyth, we don't know the new kid. So look, I'll toss a coin and we'll go Melbourne.
I'll go Kilsyth.
I'll go one of them. 7:30 p.m. I'll go Melbourne. I'll go Melbourne. 7:30 p.m. Saturday night. Sherbrooke Sandringham.
I'm going Sherbrooke.
Sandy.
I'm going Sandy as well. Why are you going Sherbrooke?
I think they're going to be reasonably good, actually.
They were underrated last season.
They actually have a couple of players.
Beat Dandenong last season, correct? Am I right in saying that? Beat Dandenong.
And even if they have a slowish start to the season, Sherbrooke, they've got a couple of guys who are going to be pretty solid at Congo from college.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Okay, no worries. 9:15 p.m. Dandenong Hawthorn. What a great way to finish Saturday night.
Rematch of the big upset in the finals last year.
Don't think Dandenong haven't forgotten. I would imagine the bitter taste in their mouth. I think they'll get this one too.
Benny Waldron plays. I'm going Hawthorn. Benny Waldron doesn't play. I'm going Dandenong.
Yeah.
Is that putting a fair bit of pressure on one player?
Yeah, it is. But I think regardless,
I think Dandenong are going to win comfortably.
No matter what.
Comfortably. It'll give us a margin.
27.
27. Did he just say 27?
We wanted a margin. I gave you a margin.
I think 16.
These teams played in the tournament last year, and Dandenong won by like 50.
That's right.
27.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Sunday, I've written 27 down. I'm going to remember that for next week. Sunday games, 12:30 p.m. Geelong, Eltham. I'm going Geelong. Sorry, Jeffers. I know. It's your first year of a new contract. I know that. I'm going Geelong. I like Geelong.
Geelong.
I don't know why we didn't.
Do we know what the terms of the agreement? Where is it? 1 year? 1 year.
It'd be handshake agreement. It'd be handshake.
1 year with a 1 year option on himself.
How do you do a handshake agreement with?
You just did it.
Don't answer that question. Don't answer that question.
Youth show.
Episode 1.
Are the Barleys playing for Geelong?
Yes, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Sorry.
Nathan Lemke still playing.
I think he might be playing up.
I like Geelong. 2:15 p.m. Diamond Valley against the Rat.
Don Valley.
Now Ballarat, I think, have lost Billy Phoeben to Melton. D2 men.
Yeah.
That's Billy Phoeben's good player.
Oh, he had a good season last year.
I'm going to go Don Valley.
Yeah,
massive changes to Don Valley, by the way.
Yeah.
They've still got some good kids, mate. They'll be alright.
They'll be fine.
Who's coaching Diamond Valley? No pressure on the coach?
Thanks for that.
No pressure on the
I don't know. Yeah, there is no pressure.
Well, Alex Ferguson's gone from Diamond Valley, let's face it.
Just call him unfair. I don't like Alex Ferguson, and I actually like Trev, so that's unfair.
No, we'll call the new coach just Moyes.
Yeah, okay.
Just call him Moyes.
7:30 p.m. Sunday, Waverley Knox.
That's got to be a cracker.
Full teams, remember?
Yeah.
You can have full teams to pick from.
Do you reckon there'll be a fair bit of offence in this game? Do you reckon there might be a few baskets?
It's going to be a big score.
Yeah, it's going to be two teams with triple figures.
Can I just give the scorers a tip? Don't worry about the 24-second shot clock.
And don't lower your eyes.
If you can just get it down to 10 every time, that'll be fine.
Yeah. Knox for me.
I think Waverley.
Knox.
Okay, fair enough. 9:15 p.m. Nunawading Bulleen. Good game. Really good game.
So this is really interesting because Callum's alluded to a really strong player at Bulleen that he doesn't obviously want to go into, but he's also said that Nunawading might be one of the teams to beat. So which is it, big man?
Don't hold back. Bulleen's picked up a good player, though.
Yeah.
The people expect stuff from you.
You're the people's
Don't hold
champ.
back.
No, because it isn't signed, sealed, and delivered yet. So
is he cleared? Is he cleared
I
to
don't
play?
think so.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I don't think he is. I'm going Nunawading.
You can't come out and say a name if he hasn't been.
Nunawading. Sure. No, it's just following the rules.
Oh, well, it's not every day we get Dante Exum back in the country.
Don't say that.
I'll go Nunawading to win first. So there it is, Molten VYC men and women. He's going Nunawading. Molten VYC men and women. Great to have Molten on board. Don't forget, if you don't want to see the mullet, Send us in your hats.
Please.
I'll wear them. Sponsors, club logo. If you want to promote your club logo, that's fine. If you've got a sponsor, we're here to share the love.
Also, if you haven't yet, jump onto the Big V website and check out the 2014 promo video.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I don't want to give too much away. Big V Live.
Yes.
That's all.
Big V Live, that's all we're going to say at the moment. Big V Live.
Don't forget.
Hey, see you next week. Enjoy round 1 or the start of round 1. Patterson River Stadium, home of the Chelsea goals. It's where all the VYC games are being played this weekend.
It's a lot of basketball for not much money.
It was terrific last season to kickstart things. It'll be great again this season. We'll see you next week on Big V TV.